Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever HellFox's Combat Journal, number 1. Now, this differs from a vidcast because I am the showcase of this battle instead of some other random person. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you doing this? Are you trying to toot your own horn or something? I'm going, no, that's not what's happening. Unfortunately, the vidcasts we planned to do, well, they got nullified by the patches, so now we basically had to scrap for something quick. And because I've been doing 1v1s in the past few weeks, I mean, this is the first RTS game I actually play online versus people. This is the first time I've ever done it. Otherwise, in all the RTS games I've ever played, it's always been up against bots and, you know, just very casual. So, yeah, it's been certainly a very interesting and enlightening experience. Helps wake my brain up. Makes me think. Anyway, as you can tell, my character commander of choice is the Apothecary, because that is, if you've ever seen me playing TF2, I'm always usually the medic or the guy shooting lots of bullets. And with the Apothecary and his bolter, I can do both. So that's why I do that. And also, I'm going to be utilizing a strategy in mind. I was just testing to see how often I could keep winning with it. In other words, I'm going to try to utilize just one scout squad, try to get 2 TAC squads as soon as possible, and then try to get to an assault marine squad. And in between all of that, I'm going to give my Apothecary a rifle. And unfortunately, I'm up against a Tyrannid opponent. And as any Space Marine commander can tell you, fighting Tyrannids early game is not a fun endeavor. Mostly because they can get more troops out faster than you can, and they can get map control fairly quickly. This is probably why shotguns would have been better on my scouts. That probably would have helped against the huge amount of crowds. I'm sure there's other strategies that probably would have worked better early game, but that was the strategy I used, and after all. But you'll find it interesting how I was able to get around this situation. At any rate, my opponent Tyrannid is called Tri-Left Wing. Apparently a level 24-25 Tyrannid player. True skill rank is 19. Which was, you know, I think mine at the time or less. At any rate, he's already building a second Hormagaunts brood, and we are at the 5-second mark. We are going in 3, 2, 1, go. As you can tell, I'm going to split off and go left. The first things I'm going to go for are those power points, because I know power is very needed early game. And it's good to get those points out of the way, because after all, you are making 264 requisition a minute. So your requisition's good early on. So what you need to worry about is getting power early on, as soon as possible. At least that's my opinion on it. Okay, first tactical squad is on the field. As you can see, these guys aren't the newbie tacticals they were in my sync kill videos. They're now combat veterans. Well, not as flashy as, you know, as higher level Space Marine players, but at least, you know, certainly more flashier than they used to be. Scouts going for the victory point in the south to try and get some bleed, but unfortunately my Tyrannid opponent was doing the same thing on the northern point. And he got a requisition point, and he's getting the 2 power points at the same time, because he can just field so many guys. Very tough to deal with. But I'll try to make do. Well, for Space Marines, it's quality over quantity. At any rate, here they come. First contact, left side. Setting up TAC Marines to try and lay down some fire. Unfortunately, there's just so many bugs. I was just trying to buy time at this point. Sync kill! Yes! Trying to run around the horde of all these Hormagaunts, which are like Zerglings. Seriously. It's like dealing with a Zergling rush. There's so many of them! Then I see I'm getting overwhelmed, and I'm getting the hell out. And I have to yield the field to the Tyrannids. There's just way too many. So while the left side folded, though, I still had my scouts in the field capping stuff, which is, well, at least I have something out to try and cap things. And I'm up against a Hive Tyrant. And going, oh goody, one of those. I can't exactly knock that down with my bolter. I can inflict a lot of damage those. And now he's harassing my power node, which I spent to put an OP on it. Or to put a support structure up. However you want to call it. I was a little irritated at that, so I'm bringing my boys up again. And I decided to just take them head on. Pistol shot to the face, eat my sword. Dick. I was just trying to buy time for my second tac squad to get over here, and they got there just in time. I was nearly done. 5 health. That was way too close. Forcing his little Hormagaunts away, but now I'm up against the Hive Tyrant himself. But I can kite. So we just decided to play Ring Around the Rosie a bit. Well, I have one tac squad shooting him down. And then while I'm running around, I decided to put some fire down on these Termagants and pour fire down on them because I know I can kill them faster. Apothecary got healed up a little bit and he's moving up. Meanwhile, I was moving my scouts to take the right-hand side of the map, but I guess I was so busy microing down there I didn't pay attention that they were just shooting generators. Anyway, Termagants destroyed. For some reason, the guy didn't bother to kid his guys out there. And that's what he was saving up for. Warriors with a Barbed Strangler. So instantly suppresses guys hit by it. But I already inflicted so much damage on the Hive Tyrant that, you know, he's got to retreat soon. And I got my Apothecary with the Master Crafted Bolter. Pulling that squad out. Oh, you bastard. You killed one. They will pay for that. Now, right there, you see, the thing with the flamethrower is I didn't mean to do that. For some reason, I guess I must have hit F at some point for the flamethrower or whatever the key was, but I decided to run with it. I'm like, okay, fine, we'll see how effective it works on these damn bugs. So I decided to just let his guys shoot my tacs for a bit while I tried to recap some territory. Reinforcing my tac squad back at base. Then I'm like going, damn it. Gotta pull back to the base more. Then I got it. But yeah, as you can tell, victory point wise, we're 5 minutes in and I'm down 339. I've been so busy focusing on winning the battles that I haven't been able to capture those. So, second tac squad comes up to back them up because they're so busy just pinning that one squad down.